Hello, Fightful Faithful. Welcome to whatever this is. I'm your host, Alex Pulaski, and also Kate's here. And then she comes in and she says the rest of the opening.
That's true. That is what happens here on the NXT Sour Grabs post show for September 9th. Happy 9/9 to all of you 10s out there. So get in your super chats, get in your humper chats at humperchats.com. Leave a thumbs up on this video. Alex, you got a long week of working with me, pal, because we got a Thursday night Freddy Got Fingered review to do. But we have things to talk about on the show. I can say that for this episode. But I'll tell you where else things are going down, and that's FightfulSelect.com.
Yes.
So you're going to want to go over there and subscribe because
Mm-hmm.
we had so many reports, including poor Baby Boy, though, man. That guy just seems like he might have torn his pec. Not the best situation.
I'm wondering if he just hangs out a lot at like the reptile house at the zoo, because that guy gets snake bit a lot.
That's the only explanation.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
We also reported some legal actions that were taken with Stephanie and Triple H and the photos that were published, I guess we'll say, about that. I'm being very careful with my words around the legality of it, but we didn't publish
the photos that were seen all over the internet.
Correct.
With questionable legality thereof.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said. But FightfulSelect.com's got it all for you, including Alex and I doing Sour Grabs yesterday, including a series that we normally do behind the paywall, Alex.
No, but not this time. Not
this time. No, normally we review movies that have a wrestler in them, but then Sean Ross Sapp went into business for himself.
He did.
And we somehow ended up reviewing Freddy Got Fingered on Thursday, or this coming Thursday we will be. And I think your original quote of $1,000 per person is fair. I feel like we might have gotten the short end of the stick here on the old puppets.
Listen. Also, the ETA of late October, I think, was given to him before the whole "we're not accepting packages from anywhere in the world" thing that's happening in America. So I don't know if it may be late October 2026. So in that case, again, I'm going to need payment of something else in lieu of a puppet.
In lieu of a puppet, we'll get $1,000 a piece. Because
I feel like that is worth it. $1,000 and a puppet.
$1,000 and a puppet in kind.
Yeah. Like, here's the thing. Here's the deal. The original offer was $1,000 a piece. You were willing to go down to $800, but that was your business, not mine. $1,000 a piece was the original offer. Okay. If he had just said yes and wrote a check, everything would be fine. But now it's like, no, puppets. And then $1,100 total via puppets. But now the puppets might not show up. And now the price just went back up to $1,000 plus the puppet eventually. And I feel like that's his problem, not mine.
Well, and the other thing is now we've seen the movie, so I feel like I can more fairly assess the situation. I'm going to leave the studio and come back in because that tends to fix me glitching.
All right, fine.
It's worked the past two times. So I'm going to be right back.
Anti-glitch. That's fine.
But while I'm doing that, I will say you can think of your high school puns. Because we have NXT Homecoming. And you can also head over to FightfulSelect.com and subscribe in the time that it will take me to leave and come back in.
That's true. Yes. So next week is next week does it's very funny that the heel women's champion of the current brand used an analogy that is all too apt that makes both the people coming back and the current product look bad. That's a magic trick old JC Jane pulled by being like, hey, you guys are like the super seniors who come back to high school for homecoming, like you've moved on, but you came back to feel cool again. That's so embarrassing. And it is embarrassing for all the super seniors who are coming back to NXT. But also it's embarrassing for NXT because you're calling yourself high school. You're calling yourself incredibly amateur, and you're calling yourself like the varsity squad of the high school, where you would be creamed by any Division I AA college team. That's not a good thing. Don't put that out into the universe for either thing, because it makes you look bad, and also the people coming back look bad, and it's a bad thing to do. Just don't do it.
I feel as though if you call yourself the greatest women's champion of all time, that's enough to beckon other greatest women's champions of all time.
Yeah.
Where you don't do that. I will say the high school comparison, not inaccurate in the way that the product is presented, so I can only be so mad at it.
True.
They make it feel that way.
Yeah.
But I feel like you're right with, I feel like it's going to look worse next week because I think JC Jade probably leaves champion. So I think it's going to make that stuff look really bad.
It's not even a champion. It's a 6-woman tag. Her title's not even on the line.
That's right. Thank you for
reminding me. It could be a fatal 4-way with 3 former women who aren't really going to be NXT champion, let's be honest. But at least I'm happy they're not making us believe JC Jane's going to survive that fatal 4-way. Instead, it's a 6-woman tag that means nothing.
That's right.
Where they're going to lose anyway, and then they'll even further fall apart. Like,
Which, to their credit, that would at least be a story development. So I don't hate that, because we already saw some additional fraying earlier today.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it was not my favorite way. It was not my favorite way.
No. True. This was an odd one, because I knew something weird was going to happen at the end of the show, because they started the main event with 27 minutes left, and I was like, this is not going 27 minutes. This isn't going 22 minutes. Like, what's going on here? What's happening at the end of the show? And we'll talk more about it, but because it was paced in a weird way, I kind of got thrown off a little bit.
Especially because Tyler Breeze came back in the middle of the show.
In the middle of the show, yeah. And yeah. And,
I kind of figured there had to be some big returns.
And the men's champion just got to stand backstage. There's got to be something, right? So, we started with Javon Evans coming out and basically like, I would like to wrestle you right now. Josh Briggs was all too happy to acquiesce to his request. And so they started the fight then. So who was Briggs wrestling last week? Who did Briggs wrestle last week? Oh, it was Andre Chase. And last week, the incredibly original same 300 people who come to the warehouse every week started a chant last week where they were using the French cadence. Chase, you can stay. Briggs, go away. Chase, you can stay. Briggs, go away. And I guess they realized they can't really do that with Javon or Evans because it doesn't work. So they just said Briggs, go away. Briggs, go away. Briggs, go away. Briggs, go away. Which doesn't have the same, like, we are deciding vocally who we are rooting for via a chant. We're just like, you don't like Briggs. And I guess that's the thing we're doing. He's getting a crazy amount of heat that I don't know that the character can sustain.
It will be interesting to see if he has this heat when they hit the road. Like when they start to do...
Yeah.
I kind of like this hybrid model that they have going of being at Full Sail and being away, because it makes the shows that are away feel like a bigger deal.
Yeah.
And it gets them, one, road experience, which wrestlers need, and two, like they still have their base camp, right? So
right.
It's kind of a cool thing. But with Briggs, I don't know if that he is, because it's such a different thing when you have an insular crowd. Like old ROH was that way too. Like I don't know if that carries over. I hope for his sake it does, because I think it's awesome. I've been shouting from the rooftops that I would love for main roster heels to be getting heat other than Gunther because they're all getting cheered. So
Right.
I am excited to see these reactions, but I think what you're forgetting here is, Alex, this is located in the French part of Florida, as we all know.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Quebec, Florida. I don't know if you know.
Oh, it's I thought I thought Orlando.
I understand
is there
why
a
you would
French
think
Quarter of Orlando?
Yeah. Quebec, Orlando.
Quebec, Orlando.
Yeah.
That's what you're going with. That's the best thing. Not like a funny French pronunciation of Orlando, or no.
Well, I felt very alone in the bit to start, so I didn't feel the need to tempt fate,
keep going.
Alex.
Yeah, no, I know, I understand. That's
Epcot has France. Thank you.
Okay, there you go. Like, oh, you know where that is? Disney.
Thanks, Alex.
There you go. Perhaps that's the French people are all people from Disney in Orlando. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I just feel like you bailed on it before it even got a fair chance. That's all. That's all I've got, Alex. We've got so many podcasts to do together coming up, I don't know if we can coexist anymore.
Well, I mean that would be pretty much par for the course with this company. So
Disney,
even yeah.
Could have helped me 5 fucking minutes ago.
No, I wanted you to do it yourself. This is what happens. This is me being a dad for too many years. You know what I mean? I can just do everything for my child, or I can help her along to make the right decisions and she can get better at it. You know what I mean?
If you want me to hashtag DIY, sometimes DIY still needs tag partners involved, Alex, is what I'm saying over here.
Fine. It's fine. Whatever.
Anyway, Josh Briggs getting that French Orlando heat as we
Yes.
so love.
Yes.
It does feel like they're at least putting together an effort with their men's division.
Yeah.
Which it's just felt so lost for so long that I'm like, okay, I understand where Josh Briggs is in the card now. It just feels like their plan is let's break up tag teams.
Right. Yeah. There's there. So I guess I realized why the French aren't a big fan of Josh Briggs. Is because in their culture, double gilet is they don't like people who wear 2 vests. They're really anti that. Fashion is so important to the French that double gilet is not a thing that they're even able to comprehend, because they're like, no, that's not what we're doing over here. This is in the new fall line. We do not do the double gilet.
No, it's Europe is so far ahead on fashion trends that this
so far ahead.
This petered out a long time. If anything, they'd be more into the beige because it's got the French on the.
Double
gilet, baby.
Double gilet and le beige. Le beige.
I can't wait for a clash in NXT Paris. We're going to be on fire. 2 berets. Now we're talking. It's a single vested culture. It is.
Yeah, it is. Anyway, Javon Evans is supernatural.
He is like the show.
I not like the show. I think that he has been given special powers by a witch or something, like
bounce powers.
As I said, I believe it was Javon Evans that I was talking. We found out later that he was like, he went to a crossroads and met the devil, and the devil gave him bouncy powers. You know what I mean? Because, like that, I feel like that's, yeah.
Neville was the man that gravity forgot. Javon Evans is the man that gravity never met. Not an acquaintance.
No.
Nothing.
Gravity is basically Mariah Carey. I don't know her.
I don't know her.
That's basically what Gravity is. R.E. Javon Evans. But wouldn't you know it, the bounciness ended up costing him in the end. Because Double Gilet was wearing a chain around his neck and
single chain.
Single chain. Only one chain. He at a very specific time decided to go chink, and I'm like, that's how easy that was to come apart. It is so lucky because the finish completely hinges on that chain being
Yes,
used
it
to
does.
drop at the moment. The fact that it was so easy for him to pull it off means that one thing goes wrong in that match and that thing's just fallen off. You know what I mean? Like that was kind of scary that happened that way. But he picks it off, wraps it around his hand, and as Javon is doing his bouncy thing to go to the cutter, he just punches him in the face because the ref stopped watching. Why was the ref not watching? There was nobody at ringside. The ref had no idea what had happened.
Wasn't it just the angle that he was at?
No, I mean, he did it in full. If the ref had been turned around, he would have seen everything. But the ref was not turned around, so something happened. I don't know. Oh, it was the chair. Briggs brought a chair in.
He brought
Javon
the chair.
disarmed him from the chair, and the referee's like, well, we can't let this stand. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to put this chair where it belongs. All right. Now that I have put the chair where it belongs, I will take my sweet time turning around.
I forgot about that.
What has happened?
This referee,
that's my interpretive dance about the ref who didn't pay attention.
he is beloved at events at church in the hall. Yeah. Like the way he puts away chairs so fastidiously. I was looking at my notes. I did not have that part in them. I completely blanked that there was the chair. I'm so used to baby faces being the ones to
a lot of it is that stuff like that happens so often that it doesn't
barely
register in my
You're
brain
like somebody interfered or something.
Until I go, wait, the referee wasn't looking. Why was the referee distracted? Nobody at ringside, no ref bump. Oh, a chair. Somebody brought a chair into the ring and the referee's got, well, I got to put this back. Can't just kick that out of the ring. I have to go and set it down somewhere.
And what's funny is, like, I actually like the match ending. I like it when heels act in this way. Yes. When they use their advantages and they do something sneaky without it being cartoonishly sneaky.
Yeah.
I actually really like that. That's my kind of heel. The thing with these match finishes is it's like when you pick out a car and you can customize them in 6 different ways.
Yeah.
Like WWE matches right now are just that. And every wrestling company falls into this. Even New Japan sometimes.
Yeah.
Where you see certain things and it's just like, okay, so you got the Camry. Do you want it in gray, black, blue, white, or silver? And then you pick that and it's like sunroof, moonroof, or no, like regular roof. That's how these matches feel. And I think that's what it feels like watching it. Like there's not a lot of, this is not on Josh Briggs. This is not on Javon Evans. I actually like the spot that ended it. Using a chain while someone is flying at your fist is a pretty good way to put someone away.
Yeah, yeah.
But the chair ref distraction, like you said, just becomes white noise in a sense. So I would like for them to, at least let me drive manual or automatic with your car. Like, give me something spicier. But the match was good. Javon Evans is just
Javon Evans is supernatural, and Josh Briggs is a incredibly serviceable big man. Like he's
grown into it in front of our eyes.
He's very good. I don't know if he'll ever be great, but he's very good. This might be his peak. He might still keep getting better, but this might be his peak. And if this is his peak, then he's a lot better than a lot of big men I've seen.
Sure.
So, like, you know what I mean? So I just feel like we don't know what his role is yet. I mean, I think I know what his role is. I think I've seen it. His role is to be the heavy in a tag team.
Yeah,
he's the hot tag big dude. I just don't know. You got to find the right guy to pair him with, and you got to find the right gimmick for the two of them. I kind of like his weird, like, biker taker who has an office haircut, because that's what he does during the day during weekdays. He goes to an office and he wears long sleeves to cover up his tattoos. But on the weekends, he's like out riding around on the Harley, getting into scrapes. But we need to find the right guy to pair with him. a little guy with a motor mouth who gets them into trouble,
Yes.
and Briggs finishes everything off. Listen,
someone yappy.
Obviously, this is not the style of their team. Or I'm not saying it should be this guy, but he needs an Enzo Amore.
Literally, you could have read my mind, and that's what I was thinking of.
Like, he needs an Enzo Amore. He needs a little guy who can't shut up, who keeps picking fights that then Briggs jubilantly finishes. He loves beating up people, and he likes that his little buddy keeps pissing people off so he can beat up people. That's kind of what they need. But I don't know.
The funny thing is, I felt like, I guess at the time, Cass was also not the wrestler he is now. We know so much more about who he is.
So much better. Yeah.
But Enzo was always the hot tag guy. What I liked within Amora was like either of them could be, and Briggs more frequently was. I think Briggs's greatest strength is going to also be his biggest weakness, and that it's that I have not seen this guy have a bad match in a really long time. I've seen him have a lot of good matches. I've even seen him have some really good matches. I don't know if I've seen super great matches, but I think he works really well with pretty much everyone you put him in the ring with. Any ring style, I used to feel that way about Wade Barrett. I would watch him and be like, this guy is way more versatile than he gets credit for. And I feel that way about Briggs because he just knows how to be smart with everybody in a wrestling ring, which is an underrated skill. I don't know if they'll see it. I don't know if he'll be more than fifth guy in a faction guy.
Right. It is funny because I've had this thing in the back of my head to talk about at some point with you, and then always forget about it.
Was it Freddy Got Fingered? It's the 2001
No. The thing that, because it's old news at this point. I think if we had done an episode of Have You Heard in June, this might have been timely. But a guy that that I think would be perfect for that style of thing would be Blake Christian, who used to be in NXT under the name of Trey Baxter. And the funny thing is that I think it was in June when it came out that it was Axiom was his idea. He came up with the character of Axiom. He was all set to play Axiom, and then he got released, and then they gave the character to a child. I'm not sure what the name of the child was, but
he was definitely a kid, though. I know
he was definitely a kid. He was a kid of some sort. He was a kid, but when I remember how Trey Baxter was last seen in NXT, it was the perfect origin story for a masked superhero. He was trying to defend the honor of his girlfriend Cora Jade, who was a sweet, doe-eyed little skater girl at the time, and he got the shit kicked out of him by Legado del Fantasma.
My God!
And if the week after we saw a guy show up in a mask doing doing all kinds of flip stuff, and basically Cora Jade was his Mary Jane from the Spider-Man thing, I honestly feel like that was the perfect setup for it. And then they're like, "Nah, you go away, but we're gonna keep your idea you came up with." And
the first time they did that.
Blake Christian's credit, he doesn't seem bitter about it at all. He's like, actually, I think that the guy they got doing it right now is better than I could have pulled it off. So good for him. Good for him.
I know people who have more bitterness than he does about the exact same thing happening.
Yeah.
Because it happened several times with certain people.
Yeah.
I like the idea of him being with man. Enzo's a good shout, but I almost want him to be whinier.
Sure.
Yappier. More annoying than Enzo was, because Enzo had he was so big in his personality, somebody who's somebody you want to just smack, but instead you meet Briggs.
Yeah.
Javon's crazy to the point where it makes me nervous every match, but that's just me being a weird wrestling podcast mom. Like I just get nervous for some wrestlers.
Well, it is very funny that like this is now the third time that he's attempted it. The coast to coast flipping kick. And it's the third time that he's attempted it that I've seen. And Vic Joseph still doesn't know what the hell it is. Oh, him with a swanton. Booker, I might be crazy, but I thought I saw the heel of his foot connect with the side of Briggs's head. That is the intent of the move, my man. That is what he's doing. He's using the momentum of the flip to create even more kick to the thing. And the fact that he thought he was trying to do a swanton bomb from coast to coast, which that would not work out well for the person doing it. Because you'd wind up like with your legs in the ropes. You know what I mean?
That would be it also wouldn't be that much more effective to do that coast to coast style, I don't think.
Yeah.
Certainly not coast to Idaho style, as you like to say when it doesn't make it. But
when it doesn't make it all the way, it's a coast to Idaho.
Yeah, I love that. Because if it's really short, it could come from the West Coast. If it's
right, yes,
that's very short of the way.
Yeah.
So I like that, but I appreciate that they're building title adjacent men's feuds of trying to delineate where people are in the card, because that's a tough thing for them right now, honestly. So I appreciated this. I'm intrigued to see what happens with Mr. Briggs when they exit the building. I hope the Heat follows him. I would love that. I would love that for that guy.
I don't know what's going on, but we will see. Oba and Ricky are just standing there, like barely saying mean things to each other. And Ava's like, okay. Obviously, you two have a lot you want to get off your chests. So what we're going to do is next week, we're going to let you guys talk to each other in the ring. And I'm like, in a contract signing, or is that the following week? And it is. It's the following week. I'm sure it's the following week. And instead, because this is considered part of the homecoming, Grayson Waller is coming back to host the Grayson Waller effect, and his guests will be Oba Femi and Ricky Saints, and Ricky's gonna like fight with Oba Femi in front of some palm trees, a couple of ficus plants. Like if Ricky Saints takes a power bomb onto a ficus plant, I guess that segment is a success.
I actually feel like Grayson Waller and Ricky both having mics in their hands, with Oba Femi also having a mic in his hand, is something that could be a better.
You have always enjoyed Grayson Waller far more than I do or ever have.
I think his talent is there. I haven't liked the way he's been booked, or I like him enough on the mic. I think his potential is cool, other than his I have to leave the ring for my finisher thing. Like, I actually really like his work. I don't like I definitely didn't need that tag team to run for 3 years. That was a waste of everybody's time. True. But I like the guy a lot more than you do. And B, I think there's a significant gap between how he's used and what his potential is. And for those guys, I'm always rooting for that. But I like him enough on the mic, and I trust Ricky Saints enough on the mic that I feel like the back and forth could get really good, and Oba Femi being dismissive of all that bullshit could be very, very fun as well.
Right.
So it's a silly segment, but it has a potential to be the better one of those silly segments.
Listen, maybe I've never forgiven him for blocking me for telling him that the photo he posted looked like he wasn't wearing pants, because I was right, and I didn't.
They were flesh-colored pants.
They were fresh. They were the same tone as his upper body, and it looked like he wasn't wearing pants in the photo. I asked, why does it look like you're not wearing pants? And he blocked me. So, but mostly it's because I've never been a fan of get heel by being annoying for being annoying's sake. It's just like, I'm like, okay, well, what else do you do other than like, oh, everybody, you don't like me because this is how I talk. And I'm like, all right, fine. Like, okay. And I don't like you. So I don't want to listen to the thing that you're doing. So I just mute and read captions.
That sounded alarmingly similar to your Nigel McGuinness impression. I just want you to know.
No, there's very subtle differences in the accent, but you're right. They are similar.
There's a very big gap in the wrestler because Nigel was the best ever in the whole wide world. So
right.
That's what you get when you block my friend. And I think Grayson Waller has me blocked, but that's all right.
Yeah. Anyway, Trick walks in and is like, oh, he says, oh, you're gonna be on the Grayson Waller effect. And then Oba says, oh great, another loudmouth. And then you hear a door open and Trick Williams walks in. And Oba says, and here is yet another one. And Trick goes, I'm gonna let that slide. You did not hear the comment. You have no idea what he is calling you another one of. He could be calling you another great champion. You did not hear the original comment. You didn't hear it because the door opened after he said the thing about being a loudmouth.
I mean, they're in a warehouse. It was probably echoing, but still.
They were in an office. But anyway, Trick, Ricky's like, what do you guys got cooked up? Because he says, hey, DIY doesn't know anything about what I'm about to do they? And Ava's like, no, I kept your secret for some reason. And Ricky Saints is like, what do you guys got cooked up? And he's like, don't you worry about it. This is championship stuff. And he leaves. And that's the only time we get to see Oba Femi tonight, which is a mistake.
That's not nearly enough Oba Femi.
Oba Femi should be in everything. Like, he should be the ingredient that you have in the house that is in all of the dishes that you cook.
Sure.
Everything should come with a side of Oba Femi.
Yeah. Nikki Bella needs backup. Oba Femi should be there. I'm with you. He should be in everything. I do feel like maybe Oba Femi should bring up the fact that Grayson Waller and his tag team partner lost to him. He beat them both pretty handily, by the way, in a handicap match. But this is all fine. I'm really glad to have a top of the card feeling program with Femi and Ricky. I think you're right that Ava a little sensitive to the touch of their discord. Like they seemed like they were not getting along so poorly that action had to be taken. But I do feel like if this is a one-off, it could be a really productive one-off. If it's a feud, it could feed families. So I'm okay with kind of either outcome there. But yeah, I'm glad Ricky Saints is doing meaningful stuff. I'm glad that they found ways to make him do meaningful stuff aside from working with Ethan Page. So that's good.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I forgot that Trick tells Oba, we're not finished.
Yes.
Like, aren't you though? Like, after you lose the TNA title, aren't you going to the main roster at some point? I don't know. That just feels like they have nothing for you to do on the main roster because they would rather team Mello with The Miz. So you have to go to TNA and mess around over there for 6 months. I think after that, can't you graduate doing a high school metaphor, straining it to its fine? This is basic. TNA is your summer school. Like, you don't have a high enough GPA to graduate, so you got to take summer school classes, and then you can graduate, right?
I don't know if they know the answer to that, Alex, but I know that the TNA product has never been like more popular and neutered at the same time, I think.
Yeah, isn't that great? It's good.
Yeah. Trick is an interesting one because I feel like Trick is a more inclined face, but they have no idea how to book him as a face. Like, I honestly feel like he's so likable. He's so easy to get behind.
They never tried to do right by him as a face.
No, they haven't.
Champion a bunch of times, then he immediately lost the title because that wasn't his fault. They booked him to lose the title over and over again.
Yeah, in
really silly and dumb ways.
And it's not like he's a bad heel. He's a very good heel. But when you have someone that connects with the crowd in a way that is so, if I say indescribable, it makes it sound like I'm describing something unrepeatable. But like in a way that can't be quantified, where I can't be like, oh, he's over because of X, Y, Z. Other people should do X, Y, and Z. Like it's just who the guy is. I say keep that guy a face in most situations because you can't replicate that. So I would prefer that be the case, but I don't know what they think his future looks like. It's very odd because I don't know how long you can stay atop of the card guy in developmental. But then you look at the Carmelo handoff and you're like, stay here. There's no rush.
Carmelo. So the thing that we knew was going to happen happened. DIY come out DIY come out, and then Trick Williams immediately interrupts them, and he says so this time I didn't come alone, and Carmelo Hayes music hits, and it wasn't what I thought was going to be, which is like we talked this out months ago. We've been texting. We're cool now. It was, let's hash all of that shit out from 2 years ago in the ring during this segment, which I guess they have to hash it out at some point. So they did it here, and it was very odd. Carmelo Hayes, if you had to describe his heel face alignment on SmackDown, he's a tweener, because we don't know what the hell he is, because they can't figure out what to do with him. Miz is doing some weird manipulation bit, and that's doomed to turn into a one-on-one feud, which I'm not going to like. So, but eventually that has to end, and we move him away from that. But he seems to be cocky and going after every champion who's got a title, no matter who it is. But here he's like, how dare you say mean things about the people who came before you? Respect Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. When I feel like if he ran into them backstage during a filmed segment on SmackDown, he would talk shit to their faces. It's so weird that he's like, these elder statesmen of NXT deserve our respect. How dare you, sir? How very dare you? Apologize to these men. Without them, there would be no stones for you to walk upon, sir. How very dare you? And I'm like, I don't feel like it's necessary for you to do that to Trick Williams.
I feel like that wasn't quite the voice that he was speaking in, but
I mean, the sentiment was equal.
The sentiment was equal, a little less old-timey, but my thing is they had so much history between the two of them that like bringing DIY into their own beef felt like a left turn we didn't need to take in a way, which I live in Jersey, so you know how difficult that is to make a jug handle.
It's a jug handle you have to take. You have to take a jug handle.
You have to go right to go left over here. So I didn't feel like that should have been the timbre of the whole thing. Like it probably should. It's so personal with the two of them that him being like Johnny Gargano, who I've probably been on screen with 3 entire times in my life, put some respect on his name.
And as we all know, his last nyam is wrestling.
His last name is wrestling.
His surname. His surname is wrestling. His first name is Johnny, and his surname is wrestling.
Nailed it. Candice Le Wrestling is actually.
Yeah.
Did you know they're married? They never.
Yeah, it's a thing that it's I've seen it. Somebody tweeted about it. So it's not confirmed by Fightful, but it's been reported elsewhere. In fact, Johnny Gargano, Chancellor Ray are married. Anyway, so this after the weird lecture that Carmelo gives to Trick Williams, and then Johnny Gargano's like, "Ooh, you guys are fighting. This is almost like, Send and Deliver Philadelphia," which is like the fact that you named the it just feels weird.
My God, it's the Shield chair. It's that same elementary school delivery.
It has
system.
the same exact thing. And it's like, well, hold on. You guys don't get to talk to us about that. And then, I don't know, somebody challenges somebody else to a tag match next week at Homecoming. When Melo's music hits, the crowd reacts as though a major star is coming back. And that's good because he should be a major star. But this crowd, again, the same 300 people every week for years now, like, remember how great Carmelo was. And
of course,
and love him,
I think they've just kind of leaned into that entirely because Carmelo and DIY both are working super heel. Well, DIY is super heel. Yeah. Carmelo is tweener leaning heel. So I think the crowd's gonna be hot for them. Like, just let it happen. But but the match should be great. I'm looking forward to that match. Like, that should be a great time. But Alex,
yes.
Sometimes great times are not easy to come by. Sometimes you have hard times. But sometimes you want your hard times to lead to great times.
Sometimes great times aren't easy to come by?
Well, sometimes your hard times actually are your great times, but sometimes it's difficult to make your great times great when you can't. You know what? I'm just going to let Sean tell you.
Dealing with a nosy mailman all up in your business about what you're ordering, what you're getting? Well, don't worry about it with BlueChew.com and the code FIGHTFUL. It ships discreetly. Discreetly. Fortunately for you, because the mailman's going to want to know what's going on. He's going to be delivering that mail to your house. He's going to hear all these sounds. He's going to be like, what's going on there? Well, I don't know, because this package doesn't say anything, but I have a feeling the package in there is saying something, and it will be, because of BlueChew.com and the code FIGHTFUL. Same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. Helps get you that main event performance and confidence. And you get your first shipment free when you go to BlueChew.com and use the code FIGHTFUL. Like I said, same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but much more affordable and in a chewable. Take their online quiz, and then when approved, it ships straight to your door. My gosh. BlueChew.com and the code FIGHTFUL. Mind your own business, mailman.
When your hard times are soft times, then you need a Blue Chew. That's soft time.
That is Dusty. Thank you for popping in over here during our segue and making our outro all the livelier. We appreciate you so much.
You're welcome. I gotta go back to the Grand Beyond.
Okay. Enjoy Wrestler Heaven. Weird. Weird moment that just happened, but you'll never know about it unless you go back and watch.
I won't ever know because I never go back and watch these shows. Little quick promos from Lainey Reid, who, again, at least she doesn't do don't let the accent fool you, because I swear to God, I studied this for a very long time. There's the smallest hint of an accent. You can't do the whole don't let the accent fool you. She didn't say it this time. Thank goodness. That's fine. Whatever. Cool. So she says she's gonna win. She's gonna win this tournament. She's gonna beat Candice LeRae. She's gonna blah 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 blah. And then she's gonna beat Sol Ruca. So then we get one for, is it Faby or is it Faby? They said Faby.
I thought it was Faby, but
I thought it was Faby too. People told me it was Faby, but apparently it's Faby. They said it was Faby. Is this like the Migos? It's not Faby, it's Faby, but it's actually Faby.
We have Luis / hologram / Elclon in the chat, so maybe he can guide us.
Maybe.
Wait,
it's Faby? It's Faby. It's not Faby, it's Faby. It's Faby. Fabe. I don't know.
Well, we are again in the French part of Florida.
Okay, yeah.
Fabe.
Anyway.
Like flabby without the L? Like
Or
me?
is it-
Like
or
Miss
is it-
Kate
or-
Babe?
Or is it maybe Faby? Maybe it's Faby.
I know we're white as hell.
So anyway, she does her promo in Spanish, and fine. I think that's better for them to do it that way with the subtitles. I like that. But I'm like, we know what the story is. The story is Lainey Reid runs the table, beats Sol Ruca, and basically replaces with JC Jane. She's worming her way in so that then she can get a shot at the title after she convinces JC Jane that that Fallon and Jazmyn are dead weight, and she kicks them and embraces Lainey because Lainey's got gold now. She's a speed champion. She's better than you guys. Now she's here with me, and I feel like that's probably the way it should work. But anyway, she wins because Natty.
Speaking
It's an
of,
important week, you guys.
it's a very
it
important
is.
week, Sean.
It's an important week.
It's an
Why is
important
that?
week. Thursday night. Have you all decided of a time?
Yeah, we're thinking 10 p.m. Eastern. You know, our
Sounds
normal.
good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Are you
10 p.m. Eastern.
I owe
Freddy
you
Got
my
Fingered.
notes. I watched it today.
She watched it today.
You do owe me your notes. Alex sent me his notes, and
did.
I tore my ACLs sprinting to my desktop PC to read them. I was very excited.
Okay.
He gave me an
Very
appetizer yesterday
Mhm.
of some of his notes because he didn't want the ones that spoiled.
I didn't spoil it. I didn't spoil it.
Well, let me tell you,
went in blind.
I am going to have a full, hearty, meaty meal for you, Kate, because these notes are going up on Fightful Select. I don't know how I'm going to disseminate them because there's going to be a whole lot of subscribers going, what in the shitting fuck is going on?
That was
We're
me
about to-
watching this movie, so it's all
We're-
synergetic.
Mhm. Yeah.
We're about to have some very specific exit surveys on Fightful Select.
Which will entirely be your fault, really. So
I mean, probably, but listen, this is something, again, I compare this to my Hot Rod AM radio jump for Fightful.
Yeah.
Listen,
there you go.
inflation's been hitting us hard. Aggregators hit us hard. So I say, what better way to bring some business to Fightful than to review something completely
Mhm.
non-wrestling,
Yeah.
of which Sean William Scott
Yeah.
advocated, Alex.
we need to discuss your definition of advocacy because he kind of laughed along in agreement. I
Quote,
think that's a little
That's
bit-
awesome. End quote. After a hearty laugh. Because I asked him, I was like, what do you think it'll take to get more R-rated comedies? And he said, I think you just have to have one or two that are a hit, and maybe the world will be ready to laugh at that type of thing again. But I said, listen, I'm doing my part. I'm having a couple of cast members of Fightful review Freddy Got Fingered, and he was very pleased to hear this. Very.
I mean, it was all over for us when you broke Tony Storm with this. Like, to be
Yeah.
honest, like there's
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Can't say
aside
I'm not
from-
promoting it.
No,
no,
you absolutely
sure.
are. That is fair.
Yeah.
I apologize that we only have a limited sponsor money coming in for this, but it's better than
Yeah,
nothing.
we got two.
We got two.
All right. All right.
Well, I
Uh,
mean, it's one sponsor who did it twice,
wow.
and
They're about to be a
Yeah.
present sponsor. Nothing else.
I mean
happens in the
that
next couple
effectively
days.
makes them a presenting sponsor. There's still time, guys.
We definitely need to do the Dana Carvey thing where it's like the review of Freddy Got Fingered
Diet Mug
presented
Root
by Mug Root Beer.
I love it.
Diet Mug root beer.
No, that's
Yes.
what you got to get on the phone with Johnsonville Sausages. It's the perfect the people who make like bratwursts and stuff. You got to get on the phone with those people. That's
But I
do
the
wanna-
first one.
I do want to thank the Variant Edition at variantedmonton.com for
Okay.
sponsoring this show.
Awesome. What do they do?
They've got graphic novels, comics.
Cool.
It's a good time over there.
Awesome.
If you guys haven't checked that out, we're going to be doing 2 ad reads there. But listen, I'm telling you right now, go to variantedmonton.com. That's Variant, like Variant Comics. You can also follow them at Variant Edmonton on Twitter. Listen, they may have just bought the Freddy Got Fingered sponsorships, but I'm going to be plugging them plenty in the future.
Good.
And also, Diet Mug root. I don't even think I've had a Diet Mug root beer, but A&W Zero. I wish they'd pay. Look, there you go. You know, ball.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's
I got one in the fridge down the hall. I'm going to consume after the show.
Alex, I think the most excited I ever saw you on a show is when I revealed that A&W gave me a little A&W, a root bear.
I'm so jealous.
Sean, do you want to know?
They also gave me like root bucks as well.
Root bucks
that I didn't use. Sorry, Kate. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. 2 things though. If you are able to get a bratwurst sponsor of some sort, sausage sponsor, I will recreate the rig. I will do it as a separate short for our YouTube channel, sponsored entirely by them.
I should probably consider also hitting up Blue Chew.
I can't believe Spencer Gift isn't throwing like $1,000 at this. I can't believe they're
contact them, to be fair, but
they should have found out about it by now. Honestly,
it's tough for me to approach my agent, which, by the way, like Big E and I share an agent. He's a serious agent. Like myself, Denise Salcedo, Chris Van Vliet, and Big E share an agent. It's hard for me to say, Andy, sir, friend, I know that you're working to get this Blue Wire deal done for us and get us over there, but can you sell us some ads for Freddy Got Fingered, the review? And like there are already Freddy Got Fingered reviews with like millions of views. So like
I think you're being a coward then. Like Andy should be out there selling this for us. If the upside is potentially millions of views.
I was
gonna say the other thing I was gonna say was the happiest I've ever seen Alex on stream was when he thought of the idea of the Judgment Good Day of all Australian wrestlers. And he laughed so hard that I took him off stream, and then he was still laughing backstage, and when I put him back on stream, he was still laughing at Judgment Good Day. So
I am not surprised at Alex.
It was mostly you singing the song, though.
I did sing the Judgment Day theme. How much do I need to spend for Kate to recreate the rig? Keep in mind I'm vegan, so this would be a very emotionally painful thing.
It'd be compromised.
Like, Daddy, would you like some cucumbers?
I could do it like a Beyond Sausage situation and rig it up.
Okay.
I can make that happen.
Yeah.
You should hit up Beyond. They're very funny on social media.
Listen, we have witnessed Kate compromise her morals as it relates to wrestling for the sake of meats in the past, as indicated by going to get chicken tendies during a women's match.
I was not vegan at that time. I thought you were going to say when I made a mask out of gabagool, because I did that for this show.
Yeah. What is gabagool made out of? I don't know what it is.
It's like
a deli meat. It's gross.
It's a deli meat. It's a very fatty ham.
Oh. Ooh.
I'm good with my vegetables these days.
Damn.
It doesn't smell good as a mask to put over your face. Was not a pleasant experience.
You think?
It was not great. Why did I do that?
That is sort of channeling your inner Tom Green a little bit. Like
I was. The seeds have been planted for a long time here, but
yeah, I get it. Seeds have been planted because you're a vegan now. That's too. Not intentional, but I got it. There we go.
Thursday at 10 o'clock. It goes down.
Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern. So we will kick it off with a special intro.
Yes.
I'm going to be kicking off the show with you guys. I'm going to be giving a short history. Short is really subjective. Anything longer than any amount of time for Alex to have me on the show. Really.
Especially because you know what's great about this is I don't have to do any of that research because you're going to do it. So that helps me out as well.
Alex will show up prepared for the dumbest shit in the amount of research that you did around like when Hulk Hogan was on Walker, Texas Ranger solving racism.
Yes,
like you are prepared, my friend, when you come to work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
for
are you,
sure.
What are you snacking on?
Just a couple creatine gummies, but like it was, I didn't even have to do much research. I just remembered most of this.
Oh,
but
nice.
That's taking up space in your brain.
Yeah.
Just holding on to fun facts from Freddy Got Fingered.
Yeah, I mean, not just that. Tom Green in general.
Okay.
Because he existed in a point of time to where like legitimately, if you were born after a certain period, it's not that you just didn't know about Tom Green. You missed Tom Green. Like you don't like, there's not a lot of follow up there. Maybe you caught Road Trip. That's it. There's not a lot of people that are clamoring for you to watch Freddy Got Fingered besides me. And like, I'm not even saying, oh, it's because it's a great movie. No. By the way, you know who starred in Road Trip with Tom Green? Sean William Scott.
Is he going to be on? Is he stopping by?
Also, here's a fun one. I believe that he was referencing Tom Green in this, but I saw a clip of DJ Qualls of Road Trip fame. You're familiar with DJ Qualls, right?
Yes,
right?
Yes.
He was getting like $12,500 to do Road Trip, which was pretty successful movie. And he bought a car and got a really rent controlled apartment in LA to be able to do this movie. And like, he was going broke doing it. He almost took a job at Taco Bell. And he said, quote, Barry, which was Tom Green's character's name, apparently stepped in and was like, no, you should maybe pay him $100,000 to do this movie instead. And made that happen.
No kidding.
So, well, good for him.
Pretty wild.
The duality of man.
Cresta suggested something called Eurotrip. So Eurotrip is a movie.
I don't know why we're taking.
We had
hold on. Listen, the price remains the same. Okay, the price per episode. Like, this is the thing. Like, $1,000.
What if this is a hit?
Price. You negotiated it down. That's fine. We'll take a portion of the proceeds. But like, I'm just like, this was not a one-time payment in perpetuity for all of the ridiculous movies you want us to watch.
It should be.
We also had a mission here. We were reviewing movies that wrestlers were in, and then you went into business for yourself with the last one we did, Hot Rod. And now here we are. The road to get here has not been the road that Alex and I were driving on previously.
So I will say, I really enjoy Eurotrip. It's incredible. It's a fun movie. I won't say incredible. There is an incredible moment in Eurotrip. It has sincerely what I believe is one of the greatest cameos in film history. Like that's how good the cameo is.
Okay.
But it is neither, how can I say this? Like, Hot Rod, to me, I watched the trailers and believed the same thing Alex did. Then I watched it at the urging of one of my friends who looks a lot like LA Knight now that I think of it. He looks and sounds a lot like LA Knight, my friend. And I loved it. Eurotrip is like good. It's a very rewatchable movie, but it's not like Freddy Got Fingered, where I asked Alex to watch Hot Rod and then review it just because I was like, it became a bit. I wanted him to review Freddy Got Fingered because I think society needs him to review Freddy Got Fingered. I feel like it's important. And also, yes, R.I.P. Michelle Trachtenberg. Tragic loss earlier this year. She was very funny in Eurotrip as well. But it's not like a movie where you gotta see it. Did you ever watch Eurotrip, Alex?
No.
Have you met Alex?
No. No, like this is the thing
you...
we went through. We were doing in the Hot Rod review. You were like listing all of these movies. Have you? No, because I have a very, very narrow window of what I know I will like, and I don't spend my time watching the things I know I won't.
We should get like an Alex top 20 all-time movies, I think.
That's a tough one. I'm very bad about like it would be like a top 100, and I left something out because like
you can do a top 100.
Yeah,
The Burbs is on there, like a top 3, top 5.
The Burbs is great.
I know that much.
The Burbs is absolutely one of my top 5.
It's very jarring when I get to review something with Alex that he likes, and that was one thing we got to review that you liked. It sticks out when you actually like them.
Uh-huh.
Vinny Jones was in Eurotrip. He appeared on a WWE Raw event in 1998.
But we watched Hot Rod. Well, because you told us to. Hot Rod is a very different movie.
It was a hot wad of something.
Rent that one from the video store. It's a different movie. We watched Hot Rod, and you justified it because they were wearing Hulk Hogan and Stone Cold Steve Austin t-shirts during it. I don't feel like this hews to what we were supposed to be starting out the project with.
Buddy.
Ron, thank you so much for the suggestion.
Guys, let me just tell you. You guys are fucked. Raw had a general manager guest host era. You're absolutely screwed.
Well, by this criteria, that means we get to review stuff with the Muppets on it. So we can prioritize that for like the next 10 of them, as far as I'm concerned.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall. He had Muppets. There are puppets. You can review a movie that features some puppets with your puppets.
Yes, that sounds good. Sounds great.
I think we've got some negotiating to do.
I'm just interested in like this top 100 list and like what movies Alex and I have that intersect. Like at what point? Our Venn diagram is very slim. Like
you hate Star Wars and you hate Pulp Fiction. It's like I think there might be two entirely separate circles that never actually touch.
Anchorman?
What is it?
Anchorman? Alex likes Anchorman.
I enjoy Anchorman. Yeah, I wouldn't watch it.
I don't know if it's a top 100 though.
Christina Applegate is my favorite like comedian actress of all time. She's incredible. But yeah, I didn't like Pulp Fiction, guys. It was like I think there is a cut
started on Pulp Fiction. We'll be here all night.
I think there's a cut of almost every Tarantino movie that I could enjoy if it didn't just have a bunch of fucking small talk in it. Pardon my language. I don't curse on my shows. I save that for your shows. Right. Big Show was in Burn Notice. Big Show was in Burn Notice.
Let go of the Burn Notice stuff that my cousin recommended months ago that is now turned into a thing. Hate Burn Notice. I don't even hate it. I don't care enough about it to entertain reviewing it. But my cousin is hell bent on this.
It's one of those where it's a personal favorite, but it's a comfort show. Like I rewatched it when I was depressed one time, and that was cool. But I wouldn't say, "Oh my God, guys, you got to watch that." When Reg had posted a thing saying, "I have no interest in ever watching Breaking Bad," I had to be like, Reg, at least watch this recap video about Breaking Bad, just so you can have a general idea of what occurred there, because it is very good. But if you're never going to watch it, at least watch the recap. I'm wondering, like with Alex, if there's like like The Departed or anything like that. Did you like The Departed?
Yeah. I mean, okay. I'm not the biggest fan of DiCaprio, but everybody else in that movie is amazing. So like, yeah, I really like Jack Nicholson in it, and I thought that Wahlberg was good, and I love Matt Damon. So yeah, I like the.
You love Matt Damon, do you?
I'm a big fan of Matt Damon.
Chat, tell him what he'll love if he loves Matt Damon.
Team America.
Team America, World Police. Yes, and I also I thought they were a little too harsh on him.
Hey,
I thought they were a little too harsh on him there.
How you feeling tonight?
What would he love?
Oh, I know of the cameo. I just I feel like I would maybe like that particular.
I did it.
5 seconds.
Bam. 5 seconds? Are you kidding me? He has a full song.
A song.
He has a full song that he wrote and performed about banging the main character's girlfriend.
Okay.
This is not Sean's personal request line.
And about how the main character doesn't know it.
He says it is. Yeah. So
we had a vision.
Don't spoil it. You think Alex is gonna watch it?
No, I'm not. I might find a clip of the song, but I'm not.
The song. I mean, even the song is even worth just that scene. If you watch one scene from it, it's worth watching that. Yeah.
All right.
So here we are. We are 2 days removed from what might be a pivotal point in Fightful history.
Yes.
People may be looking at this
on Friday is the question.
People may be looking at this and they might be saying it's like putting the title on Russo. And I don't have anything else to compare it to. It's just probably it.
That's
what it is.
I think they could just not watch it if they don't want to see it.
You know, considering that this movie came out like right around the time that WCW went out of business, you could kind of say that it's the spiritual successor to WCW. I mean, literally like 2 weeks after WCW got sold.
Yeah.
This movie came out.
Yeah.
Seems like a fair observation that this would be the spiritual successor to anything, especially in WCW.
Is Ricky a character on this show?
Yes, Ricky is a character on this show. The Matt Damon cameo in Eurotrip is iconic, says Seal Delgado. And Spidey Boy wants to know when did we get Sean on Nostalgia Critic to discuss Eurotrip or Freddy Got Fingered?
Sure.
I'll do it, he says.
Sure.
Sean says he'll do it, guys. So
you should.
Why not? Somebody hit me up yesterday and said, "Hey, do you want to do an interview with Sean William Scott? Because you said you wanted to 2 years ago." And I said, "Yeah, I would love that." So shout out to Najir Chambers, who just remembered me mentioning that I liked his work, that I liked Goon. I think you would probably like Goon, Alex. I think you would probably enjoy that movie.
I've heard good things about Goon. That it's sneaky good. I'm
really good. Yeah.
I don't watch hockey, so I don't know if I'm gonna be behind on the references. Okay, good.
It's not a thing it's more of an emotional story.
I actually think he's a fantastic actor. Like I have seen something in him like that. I've seen him in a lot of stuff that I think he's actually great in, even if I don't like the rest of what's around it. I think he's fantastic.
I was rewatching The Rundown today after that, and I realized that one of the guys that The Rock fights in that was an actual Ninja Turtle. He was Donatello in the first Ninja Turtle, and then he played Kino in the second one as well.
That's right. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Yep.
Yeah. But yes, Goon is very good.
The order has been placed.
Role Models is very good. I love Role Models. Role Models is hilarious to me. Yeah, that's it. It's a hilarious movie, especially as a person who worked at a Boys and Girls Club of America for a long time. Like that, the Sturdy Wings thing was very funny to me.
He and Paul Rudd, I felt like were very, very fun together. Like I could watch 8 the same way like John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell. Like I could have seen 8 more movies with them and them just for the dynamic.
I was so shocked to learn that like John C. Reilly had a serious career before those movies.
Oh, he's great.
He's very good. He's incredibly good. Damn, apparently the Walking Tall inspiration guy actually killed his wife.
Yeah,
Buford
it's
Swisher?
true. Yeah, it came out. They did a cold case on it, and they found out she was actually shot outside of the car and then put in the car. And
oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh no, that's Sean's new rabbit hole now.
Wow. I love that type of shit. If I wasn't doing this, I'd be trying to solve cold cases. That's my shit right there. But like, he is the most shot out 36-year-old you've ever seen that died anyway.
Yeah.
But like, man, wow. Oh, I just see that this this was founded last year.
Yeah.
There was a short period of time where when I first had access to the Fightful YouTube channel, the search history was on. And it was
Boy,
like,
don't you know it? Because it was attached to my smart TV.
there were a lot of Zack Sabre Jr. matches I looked up. There was a lot of murder that you looked up, and then stuff that I think Jeremy was looking up for like his kids.
And Roblox nonstop.
It was
And
so
now-
obvious. It was like Sean stuff, Kate is
now-
looking up ZSJ matches and
hold on.
meditations.
Now, because of that, I still get the "were your children groomed by someone on Roblox" ads. You may be entitled to compensation. I'm not. I don't have kids. I've never played Roblox. I have not been groomed.
My kid hasn't been groomed by anybody on Roblox, but I would like the compensation. Is there any way I
Yes.
could get a hold of that 800
That would be
number?
neat. Yeah.
Well, they're gonna say, "Hey, listen, you're gonna have to review Freddy Got Fingered and Eurotrip in order to get this." That's a part of the settlement.
Alex
And
did say.
in
and I
actuality,
agree.
that's all they were trying to get the kids to do on Roblox was watch Eurotrip, and the kids were just like, "No,
No,
we're not doing it. We're not going to do that.
No.
We watch Sour Graps.
Damn right.
We know better."
Yeah.
Damn right.
Man, I'm baffled by Buford Pusser. First off, what a terrible name.
What a terrible.
Oh, there's a guy that sells RVs
Great
in our
dog
town
name,
named Ken Raper. And I'm just like, I would simply go by my middle name.
I would legally change it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yep.
18th
Yeah.
birthday. That's getting changed.
Yeah.
Or lie
Or
about
no,
the pronunciation.
sorry. Ken Raper was a wrestler. Tom Raper is the RV guy. Sorry. I got
Any
them-
relation?
I
Any
don't
relation
know.
between the rapers?
I don't know. But the fact that that's your name and you're selling RV
yeah.
vans.
Not great.
No,
not a
it's
great
good.
look.
Not great.
He's rated a 1.0 on Yelp.
I thought we were gonna say on Cage Match.
Don't give him wrestling connections to things that don't need to be there. Okay.
Somebody says, "What's NXT?" Listen,
We ask
I
ourselves that
didn't
every week.
spend $1,100 to get on here and talk about NXT.
I do appreciate that you are wearing a Sublime shirt while promoting a 2001 movie. Like you've committed to the era. And it's a cool
Bradley
shirt.
Noel died a number of years before that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, 96. May 25th,
Wow.
1996. Know it by heart. The
That's
GOAT.
sad.
But I am very excited for this. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, we had a question about when the puppets would arrive. As we all do.
Oh, late October.
It's late
Late
October.
October, as it says, they say.
Claim. Rip Torn. I
less
can't
than-
believe he's been gone for 6 years.
I couldn't believe this. I couldn't believe he didn't die while filming this movie.
I genuinely love the people in the chat that are trying to talk about NXT. We'll get
I
there.
know.
We'll get there.
We will. We'll eventually get there.
This is not a particular post show of brevity when it comes to reviewing
No,
wrestling.
not usually.
That's why I don't
We
feel
find
bad
out.
about
No,
getting
it's
over
fine.
here and doing
Yeah,
this.
it's fine.
No,
Wow.
We welcome
Sissy
the derailment.
Sissy Spacek is Rip Torn's cousin?
Wow.
The more you know.
The more you know.
I didn't know that.
Sean could make stuff up and I would just believe him because of his level of obscure knowledge.
There was
from
one
this
time
type
I
of
tried
stuff.
to convince my wife that the Miz had a twin brother named Mark Mizanin, and I went as far as to edit his Wikipedia to say that. That's back before they really locked those things down, and she did not buy it. She didn't buy it. I was disappointed, but she didn't buy it.
Okay.
He did have a stunt double, but it was not a twin brother.
Okay, so this is also a movie that I have never personally watched.
Absolutely not. Not enough money in the world.
Well,
I've not put myself through that one. because I watched the trailer and I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
And like this year I've rewatched a few movies to be like, were they as bad as I remember? And I like Benchwarmers, so bad. So bad. But it's also bad in the way that there aren't even enough things to make fun of in it. There's not enough.
The worst.
Yeah, the Love Guru really bothered me because one, it just shattered any hope I had for Mike Myers still, but also Romany Malco, who was very funny in 40-Year-Old Virgin, and I saw him in this and I was like, oh, this is just depressing. This is sad. And the trailer was them explaining the jokes that they had just told repeatedly.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Yep.
Zohan, another bad one. There were a lot of really bad ones. Quite frankly, any comedian that was like, you know what I need to do? An accent this whole movie. It's gonna be bad.
Yeah. No, anybody who does accents and thinks that's comedy, those people
No, certainly not funny
really
voices.
bother me.
Yeah, Zohan, Love Guru, Master of Disguise, even Eminem's entire album that he did at one point in like that weird accent. That was bad too. Like all of them were bad.
Yeah.
But guys, please tune in Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern. I will be joining, and
I'll tell you what, I have been credentialed for both Dynamite and Collision this week, which is taping on Thursday. And if I miss Eddie Kingston's return because of a getting Freddy Got Fingered review,
worth it.
Oh, it's gonna cost you more than puppets, my friend. It's gonna be ugly, but just saying,
worth it. Worth it, guys. Thank you. I'll see you Thursday.
See you Thursday.
Bye.
I mean, Alex, I'll see you tomorrow. But I'll
I'll see you tomorrow. Whatever. Yeah. So anyway, Faby.
Yeah.
Loses her speed qualifier, whatever the hell it is, to Lainey Reid because Natty is at ringside. Natty Neidhart is at ringside. Natalia's not at ringside. Natty Neidhart is at ringside because that's who's going to face Faby at Worlds Collide on Friday. So she's standing there at like behind the barricade, and then hops the barricade, and Faby's like, "Hello, future opponent." And then she just gets her ass thrown off or she misses a swanton, and then Lainey hits her with a running knee and pins her with 40 seconds left. So Faby loses a match in 2 minutes and 20 seconds because the existence of Natalya Neidhart.
I mean, as a wrestler, you can't prepare for things like people existing, especially upcoming opponents.
It's because I feel like it. I just assume that Faby must be very new at this. She's got maybe like 20, 30 matches under her career. Oh, wait, she's a 28-year veteran. She's a 28-year veteran because...
This is not her first rodeo.
No.
As far as rodeos go.
Yeah, I would assume she's done at least 28 of them because they're an annual thing. It's the annual Tijuana rodeo. And
At
she's
minimum.
been each 28 of them.
Sure.
Well, what are we doing, Luis, is that it's a speed thing. So somebody has to lose in 3 minutes, which makes it bad because whoever loses in less than 3 minutes looks like shit. I'm sorry, they do. So somebody has to lose, and Lainey has a storyline which dictates that she must move forward in the tournament. And Faby has somebody standing at ringside that can easily protect her loss. I'm using very vociferous air quotes on protect the loss that she takes because Natalya Neidhart stands nearby.
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit yesterday, and it's been particularly stuck in my craw, Alex, the way that WWE / American wrestling in general, but WWE is the worst culprit, protects losses because this doesn't make anybody look good. This makes somebody look stupid.
Yeah.
And a clean loss or a smart loss or a good interference angle could help. But like they just my car analogy from before of putting choosing the sunroof or the moonroof or the regular roof, like interference finishes or protected finishes rather. That is the most limited options that you could ever get. Like it's really disappointing. And also like the whole thing with Shooter Natty is how different she is from Natalya, right? And that like seeing her work is cool and impressive. And today she stood, which was she's great at standing.
They called her Natalya, but that's not Natalya. That's Natty Neidhart. They're two different people. Like it's a Jekyll and Hyde situation. Like, and you could tell it's Natty Neidhart because she's got her hair pulled back in that dramatic ponytail. And she's wearing a tracksuit. If it was Natty, she'd be wearing glitterified pink stuff, and her hair, she'd be wearing a cowboy hat under flowing locks. It's not the same person. What do I think they should pick one? Yes. So I think the person they should pick is Natty Neidhart. Absolutely.
1,000,000%.
But they're not going to do either of those things.
They are not, Alex. But either version of Natty / Natalya would suffer from how lame this finish was. I just feel like with Natty, like let us see her do something cool because we don't get to see that enough under the WWE presentation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you know what's cool?
What's
when my dad super chats us and says, missed NXT because I was binge watching Law & Order NXT Parking Lot, which AW Pringle the suck blood over. That could be a Stabler and Benson situation. Cleaning up the NXT parking lot.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Not a bad idea at all. But JW Pringle saying, Sister Kate, Cousin Alex, powerful Papa Paul Elizabeth, and the SDS. The Pringle Elizabeth household stands strong. More than I can say for NXT. Oh, there you go. We also got this mega chat, and I feel like really after Sean's appearance, I would have loved to have segued this directly because mental health matters. Thank you, SDS.
Matter.
Crazy Train sung by we'll get to that at the end of the show.
Yeah.
But this was a big one, so I wanted to acknowledge it up front. I did not realize it was also a jukebox. So we will get to
1916
that later,
Batman. Yeah.
Always showing the love for mental health. I think it's Suicide Awareness Week too. So extra love to anybody that is struggling.
And Joshua David, I think, was trying to get scoops out of Sean Ross Sapp while Sean was here. He's a true Grande Americano, has turned babyface in Mexico. I think he's going to feud with Dom eventually. But crucially, that's not Grande Americano. That is Grande Germanicano. Because it's Ludwig Kaiser under the mask. And apparently the people in Mexico think it's hilarious. But they're also big fans of Alberto Del Rio. So I would take their opinions with a pretty big grain of salt.
Well, yes, the people that buy tickets to these shows don't have a problem with it based on the live reactions of the crowd. But the thing with this also is that Dominic is hugely over babyface. So the two of them feuding for it would be like two faces feuding, but that's how they have heels now, is they all get cheered. So the hell if I know.
No, see, this is a movie I would watch again and again and again and again. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Kevin Nash played Super Shredder. He is in one scene and has no lines, but I think it has much more connection to the wrestling world than Freddy Got Fingered.
Sure, and the Ninja Turtles alone were a Cornette staple. So
there you go.
There you go.
And Lieutenant Photo says the guy who had my car before me was Rusty Shackelford.
That's a rough name too.
That's
not as bad as Rapier, but not great.
No. Was it a Ford? Did he shackle it? Because maybe that's where he got the name.
Could be. Could be. Runs back
in
his
lineage. Could be. What happened after that? I mean, after the ridiculous thing. Zaria is like, hey, Soul, where are you going to keep that third title? And she has silly ideas about where to keep it. And then Zaria is like, okay, well, stop goofing off because I really need to win this match because I really need to be at Homecoming. It's so important to me to be at Homecoming because of all the amazing memories I have of Full Sail. Oh wait, no, I don't. And it's so important to me. I need to be a champion. I've got to be a champion. I'm like, oh no. Condolences on you not being a champion at the end of this, Zaria, because there's no chance they give you that speech to say and then you end up being a champion. That's just not a thing they're going to do.
No, that's setting up the I'm jealous of you for having titles angle that has been brewing for a while, but it feels like we're maybe getting movement on it, so that's a good thing.
Well, yeah, but in the way we hate the most, which is whoopsie daisy, I did a move to you I wasn't supposed to. Like
the bloodline angle, of course.
Yeah. Hank and Tank are like, hey, everybody, we're gonna win the tag titles tonight, and I was like, I highly doubt it.
I don't think so either.
Yeah,
but you're really here just to rain on everyone's parade.
I mean, mostly.
She's like, Zaria's like, it's important to me I win titles. You're like, that's not happening. And Hank and Tank are like, we're gonna win them back tonight, and you're like, that ain't happening either. So you're not wrong. I'm just saying. Yeah. Sometimes honesty hurts, you know?
Yeah, sometimes it does. Sometimes you have to be honest with people so they don't get their hopes up about things that just aren't going to take place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it hurts to be a
my wife bought a ticket for the Powerball, and my daughter was coming up with all of the things she was going to buy when we win the lottery, and I had to break it to her. Like, you can't start writing the checks before you actually have the winning ticket in your hand. Otherwise, it's just not going to turn out great.
It's going to be rough.
But my wife and I, in fact, did not win the Powerball.
I would feel like if you had, perhaps you wouldn't be reviewing Freddy Got Fingered on Thursday night.
I would still be here reviewing NXT because I do enjoy the time we spend together. However, I would definitely back out of the Freddy Got Fingered thing.
Notice that I didn't say you wouldn't be here tonight. I said you wouldn't be here.
If I had to, I would place a call to wherever the hell Jimmy Van is hiatusing and see what it would take for me to get a bigger stake of ownership than Sean, so I could be Sean's boss and tell him I'm not doing that.
Ooh. Please keep buying Powerball tickets.
Oh, goodness gracious. Hey, they're really just deciding, you know what hasn't been working? Everything we're doing with Blake Monroe. You know what did work, though? Mariah May. That was pretty great. Should we make her into that? And they're just doing that. Because now she's evil, and also when they were talking about now I've got to be evil and the blood, and then they showed a picture of a high heel. Like, there's no way you're not doing that on purpose. As she's talking about blood, the most famous heel turn of the women in AEW, the one that they nailed to the wall with a spike heel, like that, it was perfection. And so they're like, hey, well, now let's make her into this thing that she was when she turned heel on Toni Storm. We're going to make her into that in her feud with Jordynne Grace. This was all incredibly stylized. There are so many cameras viewing her bubble bath. Also, the weird fiend lighting, I think, might be a tad much, but yeah, it's, you know, it's.
She gets out of the shower like this. She's even said, I'm going to show you why Blake Monroe could even make the devil blush, which is a direct line from the story or reference. But a lot of people said her stuff was a lot of Sabrina Carpenter references. And I was like, is it a reference if it's a shot by shot remake? I don't know. It's recycled, but it's the most compelling thing they've done with her in a really long time. So probably since she showed up. So I'll take something good. I also hope that means Jordynne Grace can get something out of this, because it feels like she has not so far. But I much prefer.
She's not now. Like, there's no way Blake Monroe loses now that she's decided to be evil.
Yeah, that's,
you know what I mean? Like, so, like,
But I mean, even just like from a building empathy standpoint, because it does.
I mean, I suppose, but
the criticism has felt so misguided from the start that I don't feel like it's built up anything for Jordynne Grace to be able to play off of. So maybe we get something here, but I much prefer
here's the deal.
Evil strategist.
Here's the immediate thing. Blake Monroe beats Jordynne Grace. Jordynne Grace goes to SmackDown, and Michin and a couple other people come to NXT. Anybody who is supposed to be getting shots at the US title on SmackDown isn't anymore. And you just have Jordynne Grace versus Julia, and they have a match every month, and they hot potato the title for a year.
I don't know if you can have a U.S. title program that doesn't involve Michin, unfortunately.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, that would be a solution to all of the problems.
What if Michin's the one with creative control, and her creative control is I lose to the U.S. title unimpressively every time someone holds it?
It's so specific.
It's so
specific. Like Michin, we were thinking this time we'd have you win. No. I need to lose, but can you make me look very dumb when I lose? It's very important to me. It's my kink.
We're thinking about switching brands and you going after the IC title. Absolutely not.
No, I won't. I won't do it. I'm not allowed. She says, "See you in hell, JG."
I don't think Jordynne Grace is going to hell.
This seems like something they should be doing this build for the Halloween Havoc match. You know what I mean?
Yes, it does.
You know, like that kind of a thing. Like, man, what are they doing Halloween Havoc? Can they do a Hell in a Cell match at Halloween Havoc? Like not Blake Monroe, but who we know Mariah May can be versus who we know Jordynne Grace can be in a Hell in a Cell match.
Would be fun as hell.
That'd be pretty great.
I agree.
I mean, I don't know. All right.
Coal Miner's Glove. Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
I'll always suggest that.
The tag team match. I guess it's only fair that this time when they do here he is, it does end up just giving them the victory.
Yes, I agree.
You know, like, no, I guess it's okay. Well, this time, whoops, didn't happen. So the match is the match. I like Hank and Tank a lot. I think Dion and Osiris can be a better tag team with more reps. I think they're fine, but they're going to get better. I like the athleticism and the power, all that stuff. Hank and Tank are a really fun babyface big guy tag team. And they were never going to win back the titles. So this happening the way it does, where Cutler is like gonna punch somebody, and then he says, "Not even Joe Hendry can help you now." And then the music hits, and it's a fantastic shot. I won't say anything bad about the shot. Looking at Cutler looking past the camera toward the entrance and behind him, Joe Hendry just becomes Kool-Aid Man. He just Kool-Aid Mans his whole behind through the wall and stands there, and then Cutler runs away. Cutler reacts to Joe Hendry the way somebody would react to like a Braun Strowman type breaking through. Like,
yes,
Joe Hendry's large as human beings go, but as wrestlers go, you know what I mean? Like, there's whatever. He sprints away from him like he's being chased by Freddy Krueger. And
I mean, he has been established as kind of a dweeb, so I'm more okay with it.
That's fine. He runs away. And he runs through the ring, and Joe Hendry decides, I will also go through this ring. And the referee says, no, in this particular match, we can't have that. Because we also have other people on this show just running through the ring who aren't the legal people in a tag
There
match.
was
And
a
just like,
lot of
this
that
is fine.
tonight. Yeah.
That's fine. You can move on through, you know. It's it's like one of those things. It's like one of those road check things where they're not stopping every car, just randomly to like do a little like check and see what's going on in the back there. You know what I mean? And this one they just happened to pull over Joe Hendry. We're gonna need you to pull over to the side there, sir. Yeah, everybody wearing blue shirts is going over there. Sorry,
yeah.
we're profiling blue shirts tonight. You fit the description of a guy in a blue shirt.
If you do this,
can't have it.
pulling you over.
Yeah. So
I quite like Hank and Tank. I worry because I see what Heavy Machinery became and what Otis is doing now. And I feel like I don't know if WWE has gotten away from the Vince era of if you're funny, you can't be anything else. I have yet to see evidence of that. So that makes me a little nervous, but they've really learned to work and there's a lot of sincerity under the goofiness. So I hope they get to showcase that more. They don't have trios titles, so I don't know what this really is all about, but all right, just more 6-man stuff, I guess.
yeah, sure. I mean, that's the thing you can do at No Mercy. Hank and Tank and Joe Hendry versus 3 of the 4 Dorkstaters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, all of them lack mercy, so you could do it there.
Right. Yeah. You could easily do it there. Hank just gets pinned because the ref is like, hold on, you have to get out of the, and he escorts him out of the, and Joe Hendry is like, what? I can't be in here?
Since when?
You mean to go, you want me to go this way? Okay, well, so should I stop here and ask you for further direction before I keep going? No? Okay.
You know they said my name, right?
So these are ropes, and I'm supposed to step through them. Okay,
what is
fine.
This? A ring?
All right. Okay. All right. I don't know. What's this part of the ring? The apron seems pretty hard.
Seems like the hardest part of the ring from what I've.
This is much harder than other parts of the ring I was just standing on earlier. That seems odd. Could you explain to me the history of ring aprons, Mr. Referee?
You know what's funny with that is it was explained to me by a wrestler that is an indication of a poorly made ring. And they just drive that home constantly, which is very funny.
That's very funny.
You know what's not funny?
What's not funny?
When your money is in the hands of the wrong people. Which could happen if you gamble in the wrong places.
Oh, I thought I thought we had a new sponsor, and it was like a financial services sponsor. I was like, we're sponsored by Charles Schwab. When your money is in the hands of the wrong people. Oh, it's a gambling promo. Now I get it. Okay. Shout
out to Charles Schwab if you want to sponsor us, though.
Yeah, come on.
Charles Schwab, it feels like your brand would love to sponsor Freddy Got Fingered.
Oh, there's so many people who
$500, Charles Schwab. We know you have more. Though what I was gonna say is you don't want to gamble your money in in an untrusted provider of such things.
Right. Yeah.
You want someone that doesn't just feel like any bookie. You want them to feel like your bookie, like my bookie, like everybody's bookie.
Yeah.
Here you go.
My Bookie AG is where Fightful is getting all of our odds, not just pro wrestling, which, you can bet on pro wrestling, UFC, boxing. That's where we're getting our odds from. If you're watching In the Weeds and they're talking about basketball odds, it's going to be from My Bookie AG. Use the code FIGHTFUL, get a $50 bonus when you deposit $100, or get a $100 bonus when you deposit $200. Check it out. If you think you know more than the average wrestling fan, head over to MyBookie. They have some odds up all the time for upcoming events, whether it be WWE, AEW, anybody. Make sure you check them out in addition to their other fantastic deals. They've been around for quite a while, very reliable. MyBookie AG. Use that code FIGHTFUL. Now, only bet what you can
And please bet responsibly, but head over, see what lines they got now. Not just for pro wrestling. Maybe you're interested in baseball, football, basketball, soccer, or just football again, right? My bookie, AG.
Charles Schwab. I mean, my bookie. Sometimes
Listen,
when Sean shows
there
up,
are so. Just go ahead. You finish.
Oh, I was just gonna say he shows up and derails the show so long that I have to go to the bathroom, and so our sponsors get an extra read. That's just what happened.
That's just kind of what happens. It's fine. I was just thinking that because so many of the people who watch NXT every week are 65 and older, I guess Charles Schwab was like, they need to like reshuffle their retirement plans. So they're obviously watching a podcast or listening to one after watching NXT, and they would need to know who they could call,
of course,
to help them with their, Roth IRAs and such.
They have the info, Alex. Yeah. They know the demographics of NXT.
They know. We haven't seen one of these in a while. The old NXT Anonymous.
Hey!
He's dropping on Ethan Page, giving sage advice to Miles Bourne, being like, hey, you're never going to be a champion like me or like Oba until you stand up for yourself and do something underhanded or whatever. And then Lexis King is like, hey, I was just watching this very same video on my phone, just happened to be doing that. Charlie Dempsey, your old friend Miles Bourne doesn't know what he's doing. He should take some advice. I bet you all the advice that you gave him went in one ear and out the other. And then the lights go out and he gets hit by a chair and the lights go back on and it's Miles Bourne like, this isn't over. And I'm like, okay, good, fine, whatever.
He has other personality traits. It would be cool if we saw more of them. That's all. But nice to see NXT Anonymous back.
Yeah. We ever going to figure out who that is?
I thought there were suspicions of who it was, and that person got released for reasons that weren't great. So, but now they've seemed to have found a way to bring it back.
They're still there. Who knows? Hey, there's a flag match. They made sure to tell us what the rules were because it's been a while since we've seen one of those. Of course, yes, John Cena won. One and
he won the match.
And I don't know who he was facing because I'm assuming that person has been since released because they did not appear in any of the footage of John Cena winning the match or wrestling the match.
It wasn't Rusev? I could have sworn it was Rusev.
He had a flag match? Versus Rusev?
So. I'm going to look it up.
I don't know.
Yeah, John Cena versus Rusev flag match.
Interesting. It looked like an earlier John Cena to me, but maybe I'm wrong.
Well, he has hair now and didn't then, it's all messed up.
It would not surprise me to learn that John Cena has had the most flag matches of anybody in WWE history. You know what I mean?
And it might only be
2017. That's so weird that you would think they would heavily feature Rusev being angry that he lost because he's coming for the NXT championship, knock on wood. But you gotta take down your own flag and tackle the guy going for his flag until you can go for your own flag. And then when you get your flag, you have to wave it or it doesn't count. That was the rules of the match. And I was wondering, is there a point? Has anybody lost a match because they got the flag but didn't wave it?
At some point, that has to have happened. I don't know who, but there's no way that didn't happen. That is the most Vince-ass booking I've ever heard. That definitely happened.
Ethan Page and Tavion Heights. It's not for the title. It's just a flag match. It's just for bragging rights via countries. And
Canada.
There's a lot of tackling. It's mostly tackling. It's mostly like, hey, you can't go over there. I'm going to stop you from doing that, which is fine, but it doesn't really sustain a match. So it's not a long match, but Tavion wins with a super belly to belly, and then goes over and gets the flag. And then he goes over and gets Ethan Page's flag down, and then drapes it over his unconscious body. And he stands outside the ring at the bottom of the ramp and waves the flag a lot. And then Tyler Breeze's music hits, and I thought I was having a stroke. It was one of those things of like, I know exactly whose music that is. What year is it? You know what I mean? Like,
that's
do I smell burning toast? What is happening?
Is Papa Pulowski inhibiting my body right now?
I'm so happy Tyler Breeze is back, probably for just this one-off. But he was tremendous. And it is so funny to me that 10 years ago, the absolute height of vacuousness was selfie stick. Like, do they even sell selfie sticks anymore? Or is it like a specific rig for filming your own TikToks? Like like a selfie stick, much less one that's coated in like a little fur sleeve or whatever to match your vest, is so funny to me as the thing that he did. And they're like, yeah, sure, why not? Nostalgia.
I think they're like selfie sticks are now convertible to tripods. I think is how that went. But I love Tyler Breeze. I'm so happy he's back. He's so much fun. This is a weird little feud to set up, but it's NXT Homecoming. It is what it is. The match, I just wish we got like more of. I feel like a lot of this has been booked kind of in reverse. We talked about that last week, where like I would really like just like a clean, normal wrestling match between Ethan Page and Tavion Heights, because I feel like both of them would really shine. And then as the Pride in Countries escalated, you could do all this other stuff. So I just wish that somewhere in all of this, and maybe we will for the third one in a trilogy, we could just got like a straight up pro wrestling match between Tavion Heights and Ethan Page.
Yep.
Because especially like Tavion Heights, everything we've seen of him is amazing, but he's not established enough yet as a threat on the roster. So let's scale back a little on the silly stuff, I feel like, and let him just shine. But I wish we got more out of this match. It's just such a weird style match because you're playing offense and defense both.
Yeah.
Like in so much of it. So,
yeah.
But they did well with what they were given, and Tyler Breeze is back for at least a day, so I'll take it.
Yeah, he takes a selfie with himself and unconscious Ethan Page. And because so much of his title reign is I'm Canadian, it's very funny that of the three people that he's had matches against since becoming champion, that's not Ricky Saints, who he took it from, but like since he's moved on from that, two of the three of them have been Canadian. Santino Marella from Canada, Tyler Breeze now from Canada. Or like, you're not the best Canadian, I'm the best Canadian. Listen, I don't do a lot of begging, but I'm going to beg. Listen, you basically own TNA. I mean, even if you don't, you basically do. So you make Dirty Curdy, you make Fandango show up for this match. He has to be there. You must reunite Breezango at least once. They do a Fashion Files, even if you don't do a Fashion Files, but I need Breezango back together one last time. They are to me peak wrestling comedy was Breezango. Those guys were so smart in how dumb they were. Fashion Files still remains the best thing about that era of Vince wrestling on SmackDown or Raw. That era, the best thing going on was the Fashion Files, and none of it ever made any sense because they had no direction for them. It was just some crap they filmed, and it was always the funniest stuff and so smart. I miss those guys together so much. They were so fantastic. And I think Tyler Breeze was also a really, really sneaky, great worker.
Yes, he
And
was.
I think that the match with Ethan Page next week is going to be a lot of fun. And then, he'll probably go away again.
I agree with everything you said, except for the part where you said they don't even have to do a Fashion Files. They absolutely do. And I don't want it to be Dirty Curdy. It needs to be Fandango.
No, he has to be. I'm saying you bring that guy over there and you just have him just show up and he's Fandango.
Just be the other guy.
Yeah.
I need it. I need it in my soul.
Listen, you know how much I hate silly things. The best silly thing ever was Breezango versus the Usos at that one Backlash, where Tyler Breeze put on 3 different costumes during the match, and the Usos became increasingly incredulous about the costumes. It was so good, and the crowd wanted them to win so bad, and they didn't pull the trigger, and basically they were done after that. God,
as our dear friend Cresta would say, I was sports entertained by all of that so much. They're great, and you're right. Tyler Breeze was a really, really good worker, and I was always kind of surprised that he wasn't. There was a while there in AEW where everybody was being picked up, and I thought he would have been one. But I'm a big fan of him and his work, and I also feel like there's such an opportunity for Chelsea to be like, look, I don't like those guys. I'm on your side, but look at them. They look amazing. Or you know what I mean? I feel like Chelsea could have so much fun with that if she was going to still be a part of this. But we will see.
I hope that people see how good he still is, and maybe they sign him to ROH and he pairs with MXM and they become the 6-man tag champions. He'd be so perfect with them. He'd be so perfect with them, and they'd be amazing.
They would have to fight for. I mean, Johnny TV has custody of them right now, but I understand.
He can be their. I don't know. Their sugar daddy.
Ty and Johnny can go make out and be impressive.
Fashion Files on the NXT parking lot.
That'd be fun. It would be a good time.
Okay. So, if it was not confirmed, still just a rumor last week, now I think speculation has ended. Lola Vice, Latina. She is, in fact, Latina, also karate. Latina, karate. Those are 2 things that we know. We know them for certain. We may not have them yet confirmed, but I think we know these 2 things for certain. Latina, karate. It's very important that we know those 2 things about her, because that is all she has about her. Is the problem. Is that these vignettes are a thing that that you've focused on 2 aspects of her of who she is as a person, Latina, karate, and I feel like nothing else about her comes through besides those 2 very just amorphous things. You know what I mean? They're just these are only the 2 character traits we've given her are Latina, karate, and I feel like we already knew those 2 things about her before these vignettes. And so now you're trying to make the JC Jane is doing a thing where she's basically collapsing, she hates the rest of her faction mates. She's pissing them off enough that they may decide to walk out on her. And Lola Vice, it's possible, I'm not saying it's going to happen, it's possible Lola Vice just wins this damn match. She's been in NXT for a long time. They don't seem to have plans to call her up. So maybe she just wins this match. And to me, if she wins the match and your champion has 2 character traits, and those are things that we've known about her the entire time, perhaps you haven't been doing a very good job of developing the character of Lola Vice.
Also family, so how dare you? But she, to your point, my biggest problem with this, they're not poorly delivered, they're not poorly produced. We knew all of this information and literally no other information about this woman up until this point, and you've just retold us that, which is part of developmental, honestly. But my thing with NXT is sometimes they're like, this is what you are, instead of letting people discover who they are along the way. And I feel like developmental more than anything should be the discovery of who they are, because I think there's something really cool about Lola Vice. And I don't think it has to do with her. I don't want to say it doesn't have to do with her being Latina. I think it might be rooted in her being Latina and karate, but I don't think you have to Sesame Street feed us that on a plate. And when you give people surface level personality traits, sometimes you stray so far that they just become a laid back genie, breakdancer, and bouncer, singer, dancer. And you don't want to do that.
Slash Greek goddess, yes.
Slash Greek goddess. It's the show and tell thing. Like, show me more than you tell me. And she does a good job of showing us who she is. They need to do a better job of telling us what she's about, because I think it's better than this. I think it's deeper than this. And I didn't learn any new information, and I need to learn new information about who Lola Vice is.
Megan correcting us, but the thing about that it's MMA, not karate. The thing about MMA is it is a mix of martial arts, of which one of them is karate. So she was karate before she was MMA, but she decided to mix that particular martial art with other martial arts and go into mixed martial arts.
And even so, like, if that's what we're talking about, is those distinguishing, you know what I mean? Like, teach us something new about her, or how those things are applied to who she is as a character. That's it.
Tyrone Kidd says, is it safe to say one of the most fleshed out characters right now is Rizzo? Big Ange. Her character work on social media is excellent. It reminds me of NXT Mela. The saga of the cat in the wall is one of the greatest things that's ever happened. And she's
bada bing, bada boom.
And she should. I'm like, listen, I know you hate when I do this, but I love when I do this. Put her on commentary for women's matches. I want to hear her do her ridiculous commentary more than I want to hear Booker T say certain things about which part of his body is popping, because it certainly, I'm pretty sure he said neck, but it didn't sound like he said neck. And also, I don't know how that thing that I'm pretty sure he said would even pop. And I don't know. So, like, let's get him to talk less. And a one-woman, one-man booth of Vic Joseph and Big Ange would be preferable to literally every other commentary desk in WWE right now.
I don't hate it when they throw women on commentary. I hate when they throw women on commentary and pretend like we don't know it's setting something up. But Big Ange is amazing. We love her so much. I feel so bad that her injury is what it is, but she's an unbelievable social media follow.
Yeah, she's tremendous. So Fatal Influencer, like, haha, she's not gonna beat me because I'm the best. So we're gonna go out and you guys are gonna win this tag team match, because after you do that, then you're gonna beat Charlotte and Alexa, and then Fatal Influence will have all the gold. And they're about to leave, and Jazmyn's like looking at herself in a mirror, and she's like, no, more colossal. And because my brain just I wasn't prepared for her to say that word, because it doesn't make a lot of sense unless you know makeup brands. I did think she says more consonants, and I was like, no, she has enough of those already. I don't we don't need more of them.
More vowels. Yeah.
But she's like, oh, okay. I didn't have enough eyelash extender on. I didn't have enough of the,
mascara.
Mascara. Yeah.
Match I thought was very fun.
Yes. The elimination thing, it's tricky. because by far the most important thing that happened in the match happened with the first elimination. And then we had to immediately move on to other things where that was something we needed to sit in for a while.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
Like,
yeah, the
so you eliminated them first, and they didn't even get eliminated by the winners of the match. Like, which is why after they won, I thought that the story was going to be Fatal Influence wins the match entirely, and then they looked good, so JC likes them, and then they lose the match to Charlotte and Alexa, and then then JC loses her mind about it because you didn't screw up last week, but you screwed up this week. I thought that was the point after they won the first. So credit to all the women in the ring. They made it work. I went back and I was like, crap. Like, this is how and I was like, I want to see if they made this work with the timing, and they absolutely somehow did. There were so many moving parts to this ridiculous thing that they did at the end of
it was ambitious.
The first fall. Like,
yeah,
so many things could have gone wrong if anybody was an inch to the left or right. So Zaria has Jazmyn, I think, on her shoulders to do like an F5 thing. Tatum is in the ring. And Jazmyn gets pulled off of the shoulders by Fallon, and Zaria is kind of like staggering there, and Fallon shoves Zaria. Okay. What also part of this is that Soul at the exact right moment has to sprint into the corner, seeing Tatum standing in prime position to have her soul snatched, to have the soul snatcher. And Zaria, being pushed from behind, shoves Tatum out of the way to be in perfect position herself, so that when Soul runs into the corner, she thinks Tatum is there. When she does the soul snatcher, she does not realize until she sees who she has done it to, that she did it to. There are so many things. Like last night was based around a guy accidentally doing something to another guy in that match, and it's always like, you could have moved, or you saw exactly what you were super kicking. Come on. This one, no. There's honestly, Soul did not see who the person was. That was entirely on Tatum to get out of the way, and Zaria to be in the exact right place at the exact right time, because the timing of the soul snatcher requires it to be a split second, perfectly timed. I honestly feel like if you ran that, like just kept doing it over and over again in practice 100 times, you'd get it wrong more than you would get it right.
100% agree.
And they did it perfect.
Perfect.
And so good for them to have that thing happen, and good for Zaria. She sold it like death. She's great. And also Soul was like, oh my God, this is really, really bad. Like immediately.
Her reaction was incredible too.
And then she gets clothesline over the top rope, and Zaria is legal, and so's Jazmyn, and Jazmyn pins Zaria, and Zaria loses. That team loses. And what you want to see after that is the immediate of, what the hell? What the hell are you doing? Like, why is that? Like, look what you've ruined this for us. Like, you're still a double champ. I got nothing. We wanted to see that, but we don't get to see that because they have to like immediately go to the back. We don't see any of that. We got to now go into this other thing, which to me, at that point, I thought was a foregone conclusion that Jazmyn and Fallon were winning the whole match, because why would you have them do that particular thing to Zaria if they're not going to win the whole thing? But they don't, because, you know, there's other stuff that happens in the match and things go awry. And then Izzi won. Izzi got the pinfall. She got the pinfall with the sky high. There were some good little double team maneuvers, but Izzi and Taters won. And the fact that this sets up spiritual cousins, Alexa and Taters in the same ring at the same time, is very interesting.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that match because I feel like Charlotte and Izzi are kind of. I mean, Charlotte's one of, if not the greatest in-ring wrestlers of all time, however you want to look at that. And I don't think Izzy's there, but Izzi is strong and tall like Charlotte is. And I feel like the characters of Tatum and Alexa will certainly have fun things to get along with there. So I actually kind of like the choice in that. I did not think it was going to be what we got, but I'm not mad about it. What followed doesn't make sense, but makes sense. I'll put it that way. Like, of course, but this was kind of a weird way to escalate it. But I understand where they're going with the bigger picture. That first elimination was some of the most brilliantly produced women's wrestling you're going to see. Yeah. That was unbelievably well done. I do feel like, my God, let's get this Zaria and Ruca thing on the road though, because I just so firmly feel in my heart that Zaria should feel like one of the most important women in wrestling, not in NXT, not in WWE, in all of wrestling, based on what I know she's capable of, because I saw Delta Brady. So I know what she can do, and we see these flashes of it in these moments. But she's gonna knock your socks off when you get to see what she gets to do with that title run. So let's get it going. Like, I'm so ready. I'm so ready for that moment. But this was a really well wrestled match, I felt like, considering how chaotic and messy it could have been. But it sets up the big ending.
JC just saying, you guys failed me. How dare you? You ruined everything. I'm the greatest champion of all time. And then we cut to the parking lot. And in the rain, dramatically, 3 black SUVs pull in one at a time.
All Uber share, people.
Hold on. Headlights. And they're all standing. I'm like, well, who the hell is this? And the answer to who the hell this is not really important. What's important is carpool. You couldn't have carpooled. Like, you're all staying at the same hotel. I know you are. Just get one Uber. It's cheaper. You can all pool your thing. It's fine. Like, one Uber. Just also emissions, carbon emissions. Let's go. Come on, people. This is not cool. Like, this is why we carpool.
Save the environment.
It's Stephanie shows up, and I'm like, so hold on. Stephanie couldn't be at Raw last night, but she can be at NXT tonight. But I don't know. Like, maybe there was a flight delay and she couldn't make it to Milwaukee or whatever, but she had a connecting flight in Orlando to Milwaukee, and so she just hung out. She went to Disney today, and then she was like, I thought I would come out and talk about how great I am in comparison to you, and then JC's like, well, there's 3 of us, and and then well, you know what time it is, and then Tiffany shows up, and the crowd loses their mind, and like, hi, it's me, I'm Tiffany. When Tiffany shows up, Booker says, hold on, I've got to pop my neck. The most charitable thing I can say is that he said neck. It did not sound like neck. It sounded like a different part of a male human body, a colloquialism for that part of the body that has the same ending consonant. And sure. I just don't, why anybody would, I don't even know why he would have to pop his neck. That's the thing about it. It's like, why would you have to pop your neck? I just don't understand why is he shouting anything? Why is he shouting anything?
Why is he shouting anything is the real key issue here.
That's the real question. That's the real key issue.
If you are trying to pop something, I feel like pop a blue chew, right?
Yep. Maybe that's what he calls it. It's just it's he that's what he Anyway, so Tiffany's like, I'm the greatest because I was and I'm. And then JC's like, you're a super senior, so you graduated and you came back, and it's so embarrassing for you. I actually got here before you did, Tiffany, and I'm still here, and you've been on the main roster and are the women's champion now, and it's so embarrassing for you that you have to come back to where you got held back 3 years in a row. That, you keep failing your senior year, JC Jane. I wouldn't like to stretch your own metaphor that you brought up anyway. And then mommy won't be happy when you say these things. And then Rhea Ripley's music hits, and the crowd reacts as though they've seen Jesus. And it
did not sound like 300 people. It was nuts.
No, and they probably sweetened it. So she's there, and basically I think I'm the greatest champion in NXT history. By the way, of all of these people, Rhea is the only one who spent any time at Full Sail. You could have brought back women who actually wrestled at Full Sail to be part of the All-Star Tag Team that's going to beat the current women's champion of NXT and her 2 cohorts next week. But you brought back one, and then some other people. I guess you can't bring back Asuka, who's the best of that era, because she hates Rhea Ripley right now and would never team with her. But there are other women on the main roster who you could do that with. But anyway, it's a 6-woman tag next week, which the visitors will win.
Correct.
Because Triple H still can't get away from that era of Vince booking of any time people who are older wrestle people who are younger, they must win.
It's also it behooves the story, so I don't really have a problem with that. And you're not going to have Rhea Ripley losing to the stable.
No,
but the bummer to me is that Shayna Baszler's no longer their employee, because you want to talk about greatest women's champions of all time.
Oh yeah, I know, it'd be her. Yeah,
it's silly that she would not be invited. But I get it. It makes sense for the story. I didn't love JC's promo for the reasons you said. And I also feel like Steph and Tiffy, this doesn't feel generational, if that makes sense. The eras overlap between all of them a bit too much. It's not even just that Rhea's the only one from Full Sail. It's y'all were within a year of each other. Right?
Tiffany was at that point months gone by the time Stephanie showed up. But Tiffany does have a lot of experience. She even mentioned she feuded with with Fallon forever. That was the last thing she did in NXT before she left. She's like, and
she was there at the same time as Jason.
Yeah, but not in the last match you had with her. In the last match you had with her, she beat you, and that made you work on her ranch. That was back when Horse Girl was a baby face, before they had to turn her heel because they sent everyone else to the main roster.
It when JC has experience with all these people, and I did appreciate that Steph said you beat me, right? So I have built-in respect for you because you beat me for this title, is a fair thing. So I appreciated that part of it. But my thing is, when they do these generation versus generation things, I feel the cool part about it is you're seeing people in different eras face each other. And I'm I saw these guys face each other already, outside of Rhea. So it kind of loses luster there for me, but it'll probably be great in ring, and it'll further the breakup of the bad girls. So there you go.
But again, carpool.
But carpool, Uber share, Lyft share. It's all right there.
Yeah,
even just one of you drive a giant SUV and pick the others up, or if you're staying at the same place, meet in the lobby at the same time.
Which of our rental cars are we all taking to the warehouse?
Especially they're all SUVs. It's not like you're asking someone to pack into your 95 Corolla.
Tom LaValle says Tiffany's the only one who knows Fallon's lawyer.
It's true.
And the fact that her
spoiler, it's a horse.
Boom. Okay. We have some puns. Okay. Here we go. Lisa Reed says, well, that ending kicked all the ass.
It kicked all the ass. I would say 3/4 of it.
Yeah, I would
say 3/4.
2/3, 3/4. Dave Berman says APA biology.
Very nice.
Insert Nixon Newell pun says Nixon High School musical.
I love it.
Thank you. Rafael Garcia says SGA print. Swirliva Bates, Swirliva Bates, and Marching Bandito.
I like that.
I started this one. I don't care. It's too good. Techno Trapper Team Techno Trapper Keeper Team 2000.
Thank you, Luponky Vice.
Okay. Doc Mueller says RJ Varsity. Valedictorian Riccaboni. Riccaboni. Lola Vice Principal. U.S. History Wilson. Okay, I'll stop now.
Never have to stop. We love
Greg
you, Doc.
Cherry Brand says Lyra Cafeteria. The Nation of Graduation.
Very nice.
Scorpion Death Locker.
Well done.
Homework Shoot. Tokyo Dome Coming.
Very
Zack
nice.
Sabre Jr. Year. Love you. We love you too, Greg.
Thank you, Greg.
Let's see here. I'm sorry, Samuel Muscle. No, we're not doing 9/11 puns for my birthday. For your birthday. No. Hashtag never forget. No, we are going to never forget by on that day reviewing something even more of a travesty, which is Freddy Got Fingered. Ryan Cicchini asks, does another NXT legend appear and missed Rhea? That seems like a plan. It's like none of the main roster women can afford to take a loss. But if Rhea gets misted behind the ref's back, I think they might be able to swing it that like Rhea just wants revenge on Asuka. Rhea's bulletproof forever. But I still think the faces are winning it. Yeah.
That would be a fun thing to do, though, especially with Asuka's importance to NXT. They should do that. They should.
So these two were sat at the exact same time. Tom LaValle, Scott Study Hall. Silver Apocalypse, Scott Study Hall. Great minds.
Well done.
Great minds thinking alike. But Tom LaValle also says, Detention Waltman. And Silver Apocalypse also says, Nikki and Bree Schoolbell.
Very nice.
Okay, with this and
You can love, but you can't ring.
Doc Mueller says Trick and Field. 100-yard dash Weiler. Mascot Dawson.
Why walk calmly when you can dash wilder? I always said.
Ranchikini also says that Briggs would fit with the Judgment Day and tag with them.
No, it has to end. Make it a stop.
I don't want that to continue for much longer. Meet Normus says Penta El Cerro Detention, Bam Bam Bag of Lunch, John C Plus, Janitor of the Islands, Algebra and Panties Match, El Grande Americano History, Send Book.
Send book.
Chris Pereira says Lunch Monet. Dave Berman says Cafeteria Ripley. Cito Gatto says Jim, the Anvil Neidhart, and Mike
Very nice.
Rotunda, the rotunda of a school. I haven't thought about that. It's like the architecture of it.
Very well done.
And Louisville says transcripts, FT art, and dress code of honor.
Very nice.
Spidey Boy says straight edge honor society.
I like it.
I like here we go. I like driver's Eddie Kingston.
Fun.
Queen Promenada. That's good. What happened?
I'm just having
No.
a contact issue. I'm not Dusty.
Oh no. Okay. Oh, I okay. This I'm saving that one for last. Jamie Pringle says Xavier Woodshop. Silver Apocalypse says the homecoming queen Charlotte. AJ cheerleader. AJ leader. I'm not sure how to do that. Fizz Ed Wahoo McDaniel. The Yes Locker. The Yes Locker. That's good. Let's see here. I like this one a lot. Lupongi actually sent that in without
thank you, Lupongi.
Thank you, Lupongi. Techno Trapper Keeper 2000, very good. And
pretty brilliant.
Electric Mayhem says Trig Williams.
Very, very nice. Very, very
and
nice.
Free Period Rules.
Ooh, goodness.
And then see here. Dave Verminal says, "Ha! Protect this show and these two at all costs."
Thank you, Dave.
Meet Normus says, "Model CM, Nation of Graduation, Scott Hall Pass." These are all jukeboxes, and then the last one of the puppets is this one. Chris Burris says, "Saved by LaBelle Lock."
Brilliantly done.
It's all right, because I'm saved by LaBelle
Lock. You know ball.
I was going
on
to say
several levels for that.
There are two options that both are equal. Either that would be the funniest thing that Bryan Danielson has ever heard, or he has no knowledge of the show Saved by the Bell.
That either are incredibly possible.
They're 50-50 chances.
Legit.
There's no other option.
Legit.
Like, what is Saved by the Bell? I don't know what that is. We didn't have a television when I was growing up.
I don't know what that program is.
I don't know what that is. Or he's watched every episode 100 times and
finds that hysterical.
Okay, so let's see here. What's an NXT?
I don't know.
Let's see here. Okay, so all right. I'm gonna do this one later. Okay. Okay, so you have To Be or Not to Be from Hamlet. You gotta look that up. And Rafael Garcia says, "I believe the last flag match was Alex's best boy, Special Boy, Rusev versus Cena at Battleground." Yes, it was. Let's see here. Gonna do that one later. So let's see.
I can do mine now if you want.
You go ahead and do yours now. I'm getting all my ducks in a row.
Get your ducks in a row, like Duck Hudson. And I'll say, to be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing end them, to die, to sleep no more, and by a sleep to say we end, the heartache and 1,000 natural shocks, that flesh is air, too, 'tis a consummation, devoutly to be wished, to die, to sleep. Yeah.
Good.
That was fun. Not doing the whole thing, sorry.
I'm not doing it. Sorry.
I'm not doing the whole thing.
Okay. Tom LaValle wants Darby Allin to sing Dug-a-Doo from Doctor Who. I'm not a Whovian. I don't know what this is.
We appreciate the support. We are so cut off because we are at 2 hours and 20 minutes.
We're done.
It's Sean's fault, but still.
Okay, so this is one of those things that sometimes Tom likes to send these kinds of things in, and it's I suppose it's fun.
It is.
Dug-a-doo, dug-a-doo, dug-a-dug-a-dug-a-doo, dug-a-doo, dug-a-doo, dug-a-dug-a-doo, dug-a-doo, 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 dug-a-dug-a-doo, dug-a-doo, dug-a-doo, dug-a-dug-a-dug-a-doo. Malachi Black. Dug-a-doo, dug-a-doo, dug-a-dug-a-doo, dug-a-doo, dug-a-dug-a-doo, dug-a-dug-a-dug-a-doo, dug-a-dug-a-dug-a-doo, dug-a-dug-a-doo, dug-a-dug-a-dug-a-doo, dug-a-dug-a-doo. Dugga-doo, dugga-doo, dugga-dugga-doo, dugga-dugga-dugga-doo, dugga-dugga-doo, dugga-dugga-doo, dugga-dugga-dugga-doo, dugga-dugga-dugga-doo, la 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 la, Brody King. Thank you. Okay. Let's see here. What's next? What's next? The bloodline leader. That's good. And Luis Polito says Halion Phantasma, Zandakan, Junior Barboza, and Defunto Pass.
Okay, Hall Pass. I got you.
Hall Pass, but a lot of things in the middle. I get it. Very good.
Respect.
Thank you for that.
Thank you, Alcon. I mean hologram. Yeah. I mean Luis.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We got this. All right, here we go. Louisville wants Braun Strowman to sing 99 Red Balloons. Let's do it. All right, here we go. All right. I love the Braun. The voice of Braun has lasted longer on this channel than Braun did in WWE.
As do I.
Because he's iconic.
He is iconic.
Okay, here we go. You and I in a little toy shop. Buy a bag of balloons with the money we got. Set them free at the break of dawn. Till one by one they were gone. Back at base, bugs into software. Flash the message. Something's out there. Floating in the summer sky. 99 red balloons go by. 99 red balloons floating in the summer sky. Panic bells, it's red alert. There's something here from somewhere else. The war machine springs to life. Ivar and Eric. Open up one eager eye, focusing it on the sky when 99 red balloons go by. Hold on.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Braun.
Hold on a second. Because it doesn't feel right unless
you just know that guy's so mad at home right now seeing this Braun stable and not getting to be a part of it. Like, come on.
Right. Oh my God. Should be
Injustice.
Braun and Braun
and Associates.
Yeah.
Braun and Braun.
Here we go. 99 Luftballons auf ihrem Weg zum Horizont hielt man für UFOs aus dem All darum schickte ein General nie Fliegerstaffel hinterher Alarm zu geben, wenn es so war. Dabei waren these Horizons near 99 Luftballons. Get these Luftballons. Honestly, I don't think I was ever aware of an English version of that. I was like, where's the 99? Yeah. Oh, okay. What's the original German? I only know it in the original German. I only liked 99 Luftballons before they got big.
I only know them for my Braun Strowman impression in the German. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Hipster.
Let's see here. Okay. Rafael Garcia wants Braun to sing "I Love Trashed" by Oscar the Grouch.
I also want Braun Strowman to sing "I Love Trash" by Oscar the Grouch.
Okay.
I love this part of the show. I just sit back.
Hold on a second. All right. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Here we go. Oh, I love trash. Anything dirty or dingy or dusty. Anything ragged or rotten or rusty. Yes, I love trash. I have here a sneaker. It's tattered and worn. It's all full of holes and the laces are torn. A gift from my mother the day I was born. I love it because it's trash. Oh, I love trash. Anything dirty or dingy or dusty. Anything ragged or rotten or rusty.
Oh, dusty.
I love trash. pile of trash. Get
Thank you.
this trash.
Thank you, Tiny Baby Oscar, the Grouch Braun Strowman hybrid. We appreciate your performance.
1916 Batman says, mental health matters. Thank you, SGS. Crazy Train sung by a Muppets group with the Nya Girl. Y'all rock, motherfucking puppets, LFG.
I think I should start it off just for the sake of the flow.
Yeah,
right?
sure. You go ahead and I'll figure out what I'm going to do for a Muppets group.
All right, let's see if we can get these lyrics up. All aboard. Crazy, but that's how it goes. Millions of people living as foes. Maybe it's not too late to learn how to love and forget to hate. Mental wounds not healing. Life's a bitter shame. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train.
I've listened to preachers. I've listened to fools. I've watched all the dropouts who make their own rules. One person conditioned to rule and control. The media sells it and you leave the role. Mental wounds still screaming. Ah! Ah! Driving me insane. Going off the rails on a crazy train. Going off the rails on a crazy train. I guess that's pretty much the only Muppet I know.
That was beautiful. I'm here for it. You can't do a Gonzo? That surprises me.
I'm not. I don't know how to do a Gonzo. It's very high.
He's kind of more specific.
He's kind of like, hi, I'm Gonzo. Oh no, I'm such a weirdo. Yeah. He's got a little thing up here. I can't do Piggy. My voice doesn't go that high. I can do Waka Waka. Waka Waka! But I can't do the rest of it, so like that's about it. Mm-hmm. Animals just too close to Braun Strowman, but without the accent. Okay, so let's see here. Tom LaValle wants Ricky Rainbow to sing "Scotty Doesn't Know" from Eurotrip. Sorry, I just thought I would come by and give you my weekly update. Still not up here.
No, okay.
So
no sign.
To let you know, it has been a while. We would assume that he would be here by now if he is indeed going to show up, but apparently not. So take that how you will.
Noted. Duly noted.
Okay. Well, I gotta go. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Hello.
Ricky.
He doesn't know. Here we are. Wow. Scotty doesn't know that Fiona and me do it in my van every Sunday. She tells him she's in church, but she doesn't go. Still, she's on her knees. And Scotty doesn't know. Oh, Scotty doesn't know. Oh. So don't tell Scotty. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. So don't tell Scotty. Fiona says she's out shopping. But she's under me and I'm not stopping. Because Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. So don't tell Scotty. Scotty doesn't know. So don't tell Scotty. I can't believe he's so trusting. Well, I'm right behind you thrusting. Woo. Fiona's got him on the phone and she's trying not to moan. It's a three-way call and he knows nothing. Nothing. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. Don't tell Scotty. Because Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. So don't tell Scotty. Thank you.
That was beautiful.
Poor Scotty.
I was hoping you would know.
Oh, is this sung from the point of view of Captain Kirk? Because it feels like maybe Scotty can't Scotty says, "I'm giving her all I've got, Captain," and Captain Kirk's like, "You just keep giving her all you've got while I'm giving her all I've got."
Whoa!
Anyway, it's been a long show. I think we're going to leave now. So, Keep cool, gabagoos.
Yeah.